as a hurricane moves ashore, there are strong winds and rains, but that's not the thing that's most concerning. Lightning strikes as well, but again, not the most concerning thing. The biggest thing is out in front of a hurricane, the water sloshes up from the winds, and also the low pressure makes the water level rise just a little bit. But there is a push of water out in front of the hurricane called the storm surge. And that's where sea levels can actually, if we got mean sea level down here, and normal high tide would be about 2 feet above the mean sea level, water level rises and you get a storm surge, 15, 17 feet above the normal high tide mark. And with that, not only do you get flooding, which destroys a lot of property, water is very good at moving objects. Water is very heavy. It can move cars, actually, if it's moving fast enough. But we see down here in Texas, Galveston, Texas, where we have a wall of riprap, they call it, that's meant to keep the waters out and away from the houses where they built here on the beach. If you look at the next picture, same houses, that wall is now gone and ended up in someone's living room. And so, storm surge, I mean, this is a dramatic case. It's not always going to be like that. But you're looking at sea levels 15 feet above, in some cases, what they normally are. And that is a big issue with hurricanes when they come ashore. You're always looking at, as hurricanes approach, what's the lunar cycle? If a hurricane's approaching when there's a spring tide, you should be very concerned, because high tides are already going to be a little bit higher. And you look at the time that it approaches. Is that hurricane going to be approaching during the high tide mark? So these are all things, living here in coastal Virginia, these are things you need to pay attention to as hurricanes come up the coast. Whenever you're making that decision, should you evacuate and go to another area? And so storm surges can be extremely scary things that you should be extremely mindful of.